Welcome to Angel Island Zone, which looks significantly different from Sonic 3. Then again, you wouldn't have known. You didn't play Sonic 3.
Yeah, I haven't experienced Sonic 3 yet, but still.
I mean, it's obvious everyone's going to say, oh, you should totally do that, it's a good game. I forget, did you even finish Sonic 2 yet?
I forget too, to be perfectly honest.
Do you remember fighting the final boss?
No, I mean, I don't remember where I am in the game. I'm thinking, what's the zone after Casino Night Zone?
What is the zone after Casino Night Zone? I forget the order sometimes. Aquatic Ruin?
That sounds familiar. Oh, well, then again, I played Sonic 2 with you, so I might be just remembering that. There's no way to know until I check.
Well, I'd want you to finish it, but, I mean, you're trying to get all the Chaos Emeralds so you can at least experience it.
No, I'm learning that for certain games, true ending is not worth the work, and I should just play normal.
I thought you were using save states.
Yeah, I was trying to get the Chaos Emeralds, but afterwards I'm like, nah, I can try that another time.
I mean, it's not even for its true ending. Well, it is, sort of. As I said, the true endings aren't really that different. It just shows Super Sonic instead of normal Sonic. But the feeling of playing Super Sonic in the levels is still in Sonic 2.
True, but the feeling of playing normal Sonic in a half-pipe is also in Sonic 2.
That is a very good argument. Well, you do what you want. I just want you to finish the game so you can experience it. And then we can go and do Sonic 3 on our own time.
Yeah. The idea of just playing video games. That's weird, right? I'm talking about myself here.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to say 1,000 minutes ago in the part was maybe Angel Island is like a Hyrule situation where the place just changes completely for no reason over like 100 years.
Well, here's the thing. Angel Island is really big. So most of Sonic 3 takes place there. And then we've already seen different parts of Angel Island in Sonic Adventure. Yeah, that's fair, Buzz Bomber, thank you. And just here, it's a huge sprawling landscape. So this is one huge island we're talking about. So I guess it's just another part of it. Because we go back here in Sonic Advance 3, and it looks different again. So, I wouldn't know. Either way, this just brings up the fact that Knuckles is, well, they seem to have just completely dropped the plot point of Knuckles doing anything with the Master Emerald. The Master Emerald is just sitting there. And Knuckles is just praying to his echidna god that no one steals it.
I mean, if it's like the Johto region. If they're not doing anything with the Master Emerald, and the Master Emerald is always safe, then obviously he's doing something right.
By just leaving it alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's working.
The sad part is I don't have a good rebuttal or joke for that, so I have to leave it with the other thing. If
not doing anything is working 100%, then is it really a bad thing?
I mean, it doesn't make sense. Sure, it's not.
If it's so safe that he doesn't need to watch it, then it makes perfect sense.
Except that when he does watch it, it gets stolen.
So now you're proving my point now. If a watched pot never a watched pot is never kept safe. The moment he watches a Chaos Emerald, someone takes it from him. So his best bet is to completely ignore it, and he will always be safe. I'm certain that the next time Knuckles looks at the Master Emerald, it's gonna get stolen.
Or he'll have to break it into multiple pieces. Again.
Somehow one giant emerald will break into smaller emerald-shaped pieces.
Well, no, emerald shards. It's not emerald shaped pieces.
Oh, I thought it was one of those kind of quote unquote breaking.
Nope. I mean, we. I guess this just proves that that at the time of recording we haven't done the Knuckles portion of Sonic Adventure 3, but no, they're in shards.
I
Sonic
mean,
Adventure 3, Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure 3 people wish. Even though that's basically Sonic 06, but nobody wants to admit it.
yeah, I hear that all the time. And it's probably the reason why they say, yeah, we're not going back to Adventure. Because that's pretty much what 06 is, and it almost killed us.
I mean, look, that reminds me something actually. New Sonic news. There is going to be a new, I guess, a set of shorts, called Sonic Mania Adventures.
Oh, so
Animated
pretty
by
much
same,
a new Sonic cartoon.
a bunch of shorts on the internet, but that was a huge drop. I almost thought that was a bottomless pit for a second there, but yeah. It's gonna be awesome. They showed a sneak preview, and it's like everything I ever wanted. They show. I mean, it's basically the comic that's the Mega Drive comic that I adore, but it's actually just fully animated.
So
And the
it's
thing is
basically
that,
the Sonic Mania trailer, but a cartoon.
yes, and the thing is that it takes place literally right after he leaves Enforces. He's still in the pose of goodbye Tails and everybody when he comes back.
Oh, that's interesting. So they're going
It
to
just shows
directly
how.
address it then, directly address those two games.
Well, no, because Force's stuff is done now. So he's literally just he comes back to his dimension and sees that in his absence, Dr. Eggman started stealing animals again, and it just proves how classic Sonic. He doesn't take any crap or he doesn't have to make any quips or anything like that. He has a huge adventure with terrible physics, and then literally immediately after, he's back on Angel Island, and then he sees Dr. Eggman's up to his old tricks again, and then he just runs after him.
So we both know that the last short is going to end in the reveal trailer of the next Sonic game.
You'd think so, but they did say that the next Sonic game is teased to be a racing game, so that could be Sonic, like a sequel to Sonic R that actually works.
Oh no, I'm talking about like 2D platformer. They're probably going to end the series with a tease of the next 2D platformer. Because I'm assuming
Maybe.
that the Christian
It
Whitehead
depends.
team has some input on these shorts.
Well, Tyson Hayes is the one majorly drawing them, but I think so.
Because it seems like the main series version of the Boom Show, where the Boom Show is following the games. Except I don't think the Boom guys have any input on where the games force their characters to go.
You're gonna have to repeat that sentence because
Yeah,
until I wasn't paying attention, the way you said that kind of just like bewildered
Okay, yeah,
me.
it's
What?
a little jumbled. Basically, the Boom guys, they're also making a cartoon that follows the story of a Sonic franchise. The only difference is I don't think they have any input on the games, which means that
Oh, okay.
they don't have an input on where their characters are forced to go. So the next Sonic Boom game can come out, and Sonic just disappears and goes to the future, and then they just have to do that now.
Well, as long as the writing stays consistent, then I really don't care.
True, but I'm thinking of how this new cartoon could be seen as like a main series version of that, except with more
I
input.
mean, it's basically Pokemon Generations if you think about it.
Oh yeah, but Pokemon Generations ignored everything interesting, just to tell us what we already knew.
For a while, yes, that is true, and it's like the untold stories. No, these are all the told stories. Come on. I mean, I really liked the one where they went into the old chateau. That one's like one of my favorites, and I loved the one in Unova with the gym lead, them showing the gym leaders battling Team Plasma at the end. It was like that was cool. But everything else is just like we're going to animate very popular parts of the games, and nowhere is that more telling than in the Kalos one.
But that's because Kalos has no lore. What would they do? Make a Rhyhorn race? Yeah, it took me a second to figure out to think of something. That sounds awesome. Just an episode that's just a Rhyhorn race.
I mean, that sounds awesome because we know that Kalos has nothing, but people would be like, "You wasted an episode on a Rhyhorn race."
Yeah, I mean it's yeah. I was like say Johto is my where I roll. I was hoping for some okay. Did they? Because I didn't watch all of it. Did they do anything with Arceus and Unknown? Because I was thinking this would be a perfect opportunity to expand on
Nope.
that. No,
Nope.
and so stuff like that where there's so much in the Pokemon universe that I would love to find out more about. But and even if it's not canon, it's as close to canon as an anime is gonna get. And then they just say, "Hey, did you know that team?" I messed up my words, but did you know this evil team wanted to catch this Pokemon? Here's how they did it. But we already know that.
They really shouldn't have gone with the told stories kind of angle. And not only that, but let's put it this way. I loved episode 2, where it shows them storming the Viridian gym after Giovanni lost because they get intel that Giovanni was there.
That was
and was
fantastic.
secretly acting it. Yes. But the fact that the third episode is Blue going through the league and with very abridged battles, when we basically saw, and it ends with Red coming in and it was like, Pokemon Origins was a thing. We kind of already saw this style of stuff.
But not only that, we already saw Red going through the regions just battling Pokemon, only to see Blue do it 2 episodes later.
Yeah, at least Red went through multiple regions in different ways.
Oh yeah,
So
that episode was also. The thing is, the opening set of episodes made me a bit more hyped than I realized I should have been. So now, oh, this is all interesting. Now let's see. They've done the general stuff with Kanto. Let's see them deep dive. And then, even though I also loved the whole Lance storming the base thing because it was cool, but at the same time,
at the same time, the Rocket Walk cycles will never. Knuckles, what are you doing here? You totally got tricked by Eggman again, didn't you? Okay, Knuckles, take him out.
yeah, this is the original and Knuckles. But technically, it's
Oh man,
not,
except
I guess.
technically this one is more pink. It's a color that I should know, but it's in between. But yeah, this one is technically like a bit more pink. So pink is the color of Super Knuckles, so we should be scared.
Yeah, maybe does Knuckles know? Well, yeah, this has to be
Never mind.
answered.
It's gray. It's shooting missiles the same size as its body. Never mind. Some nano machine technology is happening somewhere with Eggman.
This is where my unfortunate tendency comes in, where whatever you say randomly reminds me of my latest gaming obsession,
Which is Terraria, just get it over with.
which is Terraria, where a lot of the bosses in the early game, the regular game, are just like regular bosses. But once you unlock hard mode and you reface the bosses, they all turn into robots. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Not a lot of them, but some of them. And so I'm just thinking of that. And that's all I have to say.